right, so have fun with the presentation, and I'll be back afterwards. Thank you very much.
Okay, welcome here in the MindSphere Lounge. I'm very happy to be allowed to present to you. Very nice crowd. My name's Tim Pitterling. I'm with the Industrial Communication Group here at Siemens. And I want to talk to you today about how our expertise in industrial networks can make you and your company more successful. But before I dive into the presentation, I really want to surprise you with my first slide, because this is something you might have never thought about or never heard before. So let's just see what's on that slide. Digitalization changes everything. Who in the room has not heard this before? I think this was a little joke to get started. I think everyone knows digitalization will change our manufacturing world and our process. It does it in our private life with products like an ebook instead of a normal book, with some offering like Netflix, to just watching our normal channels that are on TV. So this all impacts us, but it also impacts our customers. So our customers, this is you. So it impacts you in your life. It means that business cases change. So some of our customers that sell welding robots, they maybe think about now, instead of selling a welding robot, they just sell the weld spot. Or some other companies sell a turbine, but not by the turbine, they sell them by the hour. So this is all impacted by digitalization. So the question now is, what does it mean for your application, for you as a customer? So what's driving your business? The first thing that comes always to mind is reducing cost. So why do we have to reduce cost? Because with globalization, our competitors get closer and closer. While in the past you could say, hey, I produce my product at that price and it is impossible that someone else ships it maybe from Asia to us and it's still cheaper or has the same quality. Today that's possible. So you continuously have to improve to stay ahead of your competition. Then another topic is we have to increase continuously our productivity. If we don't do that, we are just lost. So I give you one example. While in the past, think of a car manufacturer, you maybe had 20 options for your customers available. But what happened over the last couple of years? Our customers expect, and this is your customers as well, expect to be treated as an individual. They want their roof of the car in a different color than maybe the body. Then they want 20-inch wheels. They want different type of leather. That's what they want. And we, as a provider for solutions for manufacturing, we are asked by you to do this efficiently. Because to be honest, this is not mass manufacturing anymore. This is a batch size 1 manufacturing. So individual for each thing that's produced. And then the third topic is increase quality, or at least keep it on that level. Because what happened over the last couple of years? Twitter, Facebook, all these other social media, if you have one single quality problem, how long does it take till everyone knows it? What do you guess? Seconds? Minutes? But everyone will know in a very short time frame. So it's impossible for you to accept that. So quality you cannot skimp on at all. So what would you think if I would tell you now there's a simple solution to all of that? And that simple solution is transparency. Transparency is a prerequisite to be more efficient. So, for example, think of this manufacturing process. You need to know at any given time what orders are coming in. And then you need to know what orders are shipping, so to keep asset low. And then you have to take all this data together to continuously optimize your production process, so to ensure that you are as efficient as possible. So that all sounds nice. But is it really that easy? Is it that simple? And I tell you it is that simple. But how do you have to start? And the first thing you have to do is connect your manufacturing processes together to get this transparency. And this really starts on the machine-to-machine level, saying you have to connect one machine to the next so they can interact with each other. They know when to start or stop, because that makes your process more efficient. Because you don't lose time with someone manually starting the next machine when the first part is finished. But I think this is where we already are. But now with something like MindSphere, and this is why we are in this great lounge here, you can now connect all your manufacturing processes together, even from different facilities, and then analyze that data in our IoT operating system, MindSphere, and then optimize the production globally. One example for this that's already happening and working today is condition monitoring. With condition monitoring, how does this help you? One example. In the past, when a machine broke, what did you need? What did you need? You needed a service technician, you needed that guy on site, and maybe he needed a spare part. So this often took days because this guy had to fly in, had to then find out the problem, order the spare part, and if everything comes to worst, he maybe even had to get a visa on the way, which took another couple days. And what happened with your manufacturing in between? Anyone has an idea? Nothing happened. Production was standing still and just costing you money. With condition monitoring in place, you already can predict now when something might break. And in the best case scenario, you can even know what you have to fix, so the guy can already travel with something as the spare part, or maybe he can even fix it remotely with remote communication. So all these things are benefits of digitalization. So, but what do you need to really benefit of something like MindSphere and getting all this data up there? You need a reliable industrial communication network, because an industrial communication network is the basis for any digitalization solution. Trust me. Because without a network, there is no digitalization. But what does that mean? So, is this going to stay on a plain level field, or do we have to continuously even improve there? And I tell you, even for the network, the requirements are continuously going higher and higher. Because think in the past, were there cameras in our production process? No. Today, we want to watch everything we do to maybe have like a protocol of the things that are being produced, like our own life cycle book of each part, or maybe use RFID in that to track every production step. All this creates more and more data. So our customers already work sometimes in their backbone with 10 gigabits. Who would have thought that coming from Profibus in the past with 12 megabit or something like that? So what do you now need to build such a network? And what are the requirements for such a network? That's what I want to talk about next. So, but first let me get something clear. When you think of a network, and you think of an IT network, and then you think of an OT network, so OT for operational technology, so anything that works on the manufacturing floor. Do you think a network is a network? Is an IT network the same as an OT network? Same requirements? I think a lot of people think that way, but it unfortunately is not true at all. Requirements differ greatly. And these requirements, for example, in IT are that it's very much follows the same blueprint every time. You know how many ports you need, if they're printers, how many users, how many voice over IP phones, and you have the different layers. That's all pretty much standard. But now when you come into the OT space, every designed network, and this is something we can help you with, does not follow a specific blueprint. It's always designed to your specific application, to your requirement, to get the maximum performance for your application. So what are typical examples here that we need? We need high availability. Because think of that. So you sit in the office at your desk, surfing the internet, internet's down, 5-minute downtime, you get upset, your boss doesn't. If your automation network is down because you didn't pick the right hardware that withstands vibration or like 85-degree temperature, what our products do, and now the process is down, then your boss will be very upset. So that's one difference. Then when you think of flexibility, in the office world, most of the time, there is no change in the ports. Maybe there's some more users, but it's all normal copper cabling. We sometimes, when we have to change production, we add fiber cabling to get to the next production site. with modular products like ours, you can do this without even switching a device off. So you can build your expansion without even having to restart or stop production. Because as soon as you have to do that, with an unmodular device, you have to put it out and put a new one in. You lose the time because you have to stop producing products, and that's where you make your money. Then another difference, mobile applications. Think of AGVs or driverless forklifts. A lot of people use them because they are very efficient. They never get sick like a forklift driver. So unfortunately, that's the truth. But did you try to access the Wi-Fi in here? Someone tried? Was it very good? Nah, not so much. Yeah, but these forklifts run on Wi-Fi, so would you do that? Maybe you wouldn't. But we at Siemens, we have a protocol that is specifically built for deterministic over Wi-Fi. It's called IPCF. You can learn more at our booth. That allows you to do this very efficient and reliable. Last difference, security and safety. With security and safety, in our world, uptime is why we implement security first. In IT, it's confidentiality. But we have to keep running. So now we heard a lot about products and the requirements on products. But what's about the network concept? We also have a concept for a network. In our world at Siemens, the perfect industrial network has 3 layers. On top, it's the enterprise IT layer, responsibility of IT. And then we have the cell level and the production backbone. And those all are there for the automation task. So we are doing that on our own as automation guys. Because this is where you have to ensure that no shortage of data or no shortage of communication stops any production. So we implement this industrial backbone to handle this huge increase of data going forward that we have to deal with to have you have a benefit of all this automation and MindSphere what's out there. This blueprint, what you saw, was for an automation, like factory automation application. We also have these blueprints for electric power, oil and gas, process automation, food and bev, and we can talk about that as well. And now, so we heard about what all you need. Let me summarize this for you. So what you need is a leading edge portfolio. You need that portfolio globally available. You need a company like Siemens that offers certification trainings where you can certify you people to know how to build a network. And if that's not enough, we can bring in our professional services team to help your people. Or we even have a global partner network that can help you day to day in your operation. So why would you trust us? Because we do industrial communication since 25 years. And we want to do this for you as well. So I come to and close. Let us help you build your digitalization base, because we understand digitalization and connect you to the MindSphere. We understand your industry. We understand industrial communication and automation. And we have a proven track record. Thank you very much.